Hey guys, I just thought I'd make a quick video showing you how I take advantage of promotions like this one. You can see here that BetEasy are offering a bonus bet of up to $50 if one leg of my four-leg multi fails. So I'm going to place a four-leg multi. If all my bets within that multi win, I'm going to get paid out. If one of them fails, then I'll get a bonus bet back. And if two or more fail, then I'm going to lose my whole stake. This is a very positive EV bet to make. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on that in a moment. But first, let's have a look at the terms. So we can see that this is an AFL promo. So we're going to be betting on AFL games. We have to bet on the head-to-head market. We also have to have minimum odds per leg of 1.10. Sometimes in AFL you can have very strong favourites and the odds can be below 1.10, so you have to bear that in mind when you're taking advantage of these promos. The minimum combined odds have to be 1.50, but if you've got four legs at 1.1 or above, then this shouldn't be an issue. There are a couple of other exclusions down here. You can see that it says that residents of South Australia and New South Wales are excluded. I can't be 100% confident in South Australia, but I can guarantee that in New South Wales they will actually pay this promo out despite what the terms say. Something else to bear in mind is that you can't use a bet boost when you're placing bets on this promo. You can see up here I've got a couple of bet boosts available, and one of them is for multis, but I'm not going to use it because if I do use it, then I won't be eligible for the refund promo. We also can't place bets using other bonus bets, and everything else down here is pretty standard. So I'm just going to go and have a look at the markets available. So we've got a full weekend of AFL coming up, and as you can see straight away, we've got some pretty strong favourites. Now, strong favourites are good for this kind of offer because obviously we want as many teams as possible to win. If you're picking a multi with four strong favourites, you've got a really good chance of getting at least three of them, and that way you're going to get at least a bonus bet back. But in order to figure out which teams you should choose, you can use the multi-matcher at Bonus Bank. So you can see here that I'm using the no lay multi-matcher. This is my preferred method of approaching these promos. We also have the lay at the start multi-matcher, and there is another video that explains that one. But I'm going to use the no lay multi-matcher, and there's two reasons I guess that I prefer it. One is that because I don't have to lay, it's a lot easier to use this approach. But also because I'm not laying, I'm not going to have to pay any commission at Betfair. So that means that my expected value is going to be higher in the long run. So I'm going to select BetEasy here as my bookmaker. We're obviously using AFL as a sport, and it's a fourfold multi, so I don't have to change anything here. For the maximum and minimum odds, well, 1.10 we saw is the minimum, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to reduce my maximum odds because I would prefer to be on stronger favourite, so I'm going to put in 1.6. With the stake, it's a $50 maximum, so I'm going to stick with that. And if it fails and I get the bonus, it'll be a $50 bonus, and I'm going to assume that I can get 80% retention. With those details in there, I can now come down to the middle section of the multi-matcher, and I can see that I've got four pretty strong teams here to choose from. So the total odds on this multi should be 2.99. It does have the lay odds here. Now, obviously this is a no-way multi, so you would think the lay odds aren't important, but what they are doing is helping us figure out the probabilities. And you can see up here that we do have some probabilities. We can see that if I was to place this no-way multi, there's a 25% chance that I'm going to lose my $50. Now, that might sound like a lot. If it does sound like a lot to you, then maybe you want to go with the lay at the start multi-matcher rather than the no lay. No lay multis are better value in the long run, but you have to be comfortable with losing $50 on a regular basis and trusting the expected value and knowing that in the long run you're going to come out ahead. So I've got a 25% chance of losing $50. My most probable outcome with 43% chance is that I get 3 winners and 1 loser, in which case I'm going to end up with a net loss of $10. So that's a bit more acceptable than the 50, but really what we're hoping to get is this big win of $99.31 if all 4 of the teams win, and I've got a 30% chance of that one. But really the most important number here is the expected value. This is what your profit should be on average if you were to place an infinite number of bets with these teams, etc. So my expected value here is $13.67. So from a $50 bet, I can expect to win on average $13.67. That's a fantastic return. And, you know, there's so many of these offers around that if you place enough of them, all of these $10, $12, $13 expected values start adding up into some serious profits. So what I'm going to do now is head over to BetEasy and I'm going to place my multi using Port Adelaide, Sydney Swans, Brisbane Lions and Geelong Cats. So I think Geelong is tonight, so that's the very first one there. I'm going to put that in. We've got Sydney Swans, Port Adelaide, and I think Brisbane was the last one. So there we go, we're going to put Brisbane in. And if I just open up my bet slip, so you can see here that I can bet on these as singles, or if I come down to the bottom, you see the standard multi. This is the one that we want. You can see that I've got a bet boost there, but as I mentioned, I'm not going to take that. I'm just going to put in my $50 stake, and I'm going to place my bet. Now, once the bet's placed, I don't have to do anything else because, as I said, this is a no-lay multi, so I'm just going to wait for the matches to finish, see what the outcome is. Hopefully, I end up hitting all 4 wins for that big win. But if I end up with a $10 loss or I end up with a $50 loss, I'm not going to worry too much because I know that if I'm placing enough of these bets in the long run, I'm going to come out ahead. So that's it. It's really straightforward with these multis. You just have to make sure that you're getting a positive expected value. So that's what the multi-matcher's for. But once you're confident of that, you place the multi and you sit back and you trust that in the long run, you're going to make some money. So I hope that explains the no-lay multis for you. And good luck when you're placing yours. Cheers, guys.